All right, hey everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So just finished recording the One Piece video and a couple of Akane ones. So like I mentioned at the start of those ones, I expect a channel update sometime next week. I'm going to try to catch up with as much of Akane as I can this weekend. I'm planning to get to at least 5 chapters today, maybe more depending on how time works and everything else. I will try to catch up on the rest throughout the week so I can don't keep falling further behind with this series. So without further ado, let us get into Akane-Banashi Chapter 8, In Order to Entertain, with story by Yuki Suwanaga, art by Takamasa Moe, with Rakugo supervision by Keiki Hayashiya, translation by Stephen Paul, and lettering by Sneer Aaron. And you see... Huh. She's listening to something. Have a why if it isn't Hudson? So I don't know if she's playing with like a toy and like vocal practice or something. What's happening? We pick up with Kyoji telling her, I've got a gig next weekend. You're coming with me. And she goes, so this gig you mentioned is actually at a retirement home? He's like, didn't I say that already? It's like, I heard you, just confirming. And you see, oh my, pardon me. You must be the Rakugoka for the performance. My name is Tainaka. I'm the manager today. And you have both of them bowing as he goes, I'm Kyoji Arakawa. Thank you for having us. And I'm Akane. Thank you, sir. He's like, oh my, no, thank you. I'll show you to the green room. Right this way. And you see, as they're walking inside, Akane's looking around as this like depressed looking scene of all these seniors who look just kind of still and unenergetic. And as you have the audience for this show is the people who live here, right? And you have a multi-purpose room B. It's like, that's right. The home hired me to perform as a recreational event for the residents. She said, gotcha. He goes, get used to this. Not every Rakugo job takes place in a big fancy hall. One of Rakugo's strengths is that you can do it anywhere as long as there's a zabuton cushion to sit on. Depending on the client, you could end up doing Rakugo at an elementary school, a prison, or anywhere in between. Now, you might be worried about performing in an unfamiliar setting. And she's like, worried? He's like, you're not? It's like, no, in fact, I feel kind of lucky. It's like, lucky? It's like, I was just thinking how cool it is to see the daily life of my audience right here and now. Normally, we only see them when they come to the hall, right? I know it's such an obvious thing, but this way it really hits home that they're people with their own schedules who are taking time out of their day to see us. I'm glad the performance is at a place like this. I was really enthusiastic about giving it my all at first, but now I just really hope that they enjoy the show. He's like, I see. That's a good attitude to have, but don't get carried away. He's like, oh, right. So we got permission from the manager. You're allowed to perform an opening act. You have 15 minutes to do anything you want. I challenge you to learn how to perform Rakugo that delights and entertains your audience. Let's see what you've come up with. So that's right. I've learned a lot of things. And you see the manager's going, still dabbing away all this way. He's like, oh my, the May Rakugo Festival event is ready to begin, folks. As a token of my appreciation, and you see the Sakane going, as a token of my appreciation, I'll rise to your challenge with style. And you see her just standing up on the stage looking out at the sea of smiling old folks. And yeah, there aren't even 20 people in the audience. They're all old grandmas and grandpas. I guess that makes sense. It is a retirement home after all. I have 15 minutes to perform. Let's see how much entertainment I can give them. And she thinks back to Mamoru telling her, if you want people to enjoy your story, first you need to understand what they enjoy. Focus on the other person rather than yourself. Excuse me. And she goes, I remember what you taught me, Miku-chan. So first thing, I need to get them to know me better. She goes, hello everyone, my name is Akane. I'm only 17 and still in my final year of high school. I'll be graduating next spring. You have a loud, ooh. So then I plan to be an official apprentice of the Rakugoka Shiguma Arakawa. You have one of the old ladies going, oh, you're the same age as my granddaughter. It's like, really? The same age? If you don't mind, ma'am, may I ask how old you are? He's like, I'm 88 years old. And she's like, what? Really? 88? But you're so young. You don't look a day over 87. And he just sets off a little laughing fit. It's like, well, feel free to think of this performance as if your dear granddaughter has come to entertain you. And Kyoji's like, yes, I see. She's feeling them out, testing the waters. Before Rakugoka starts the story, they stretch their muscles with some light chit-chat. This is known as the Makura. It's a time to warm up the audience and get a feel for their mood. And Akane's like, I think I understand what this place is like. And then there's that person. And you see one of the old ladies sitting off to the side, looking out the window, just yawn and looking bored. It's like, and then there's that person. They're the only one who seems bored so far. So what I'll do is, it's like, well, I'd like to perform a story for you today by the name of Praising Children. And apparently the title has caught the old lady's interest as she kind of looks over at Akane. And as she catches her eye, she just smiles. And you have last eye contact. It's like, yep, the eyes are as eloquent as the tongue, as the saying goes. It's a customer service technique that flight attendants use. If you look into the other person's eyes and smile as they turn away, you leave them with a good impression of you. It's like, are you sure it'll work that well? It's like, sure as sugar, just think about it. When someone looks at you and smiles at you and nobody else, doesn't that make you feel special? You see Kyoji just sitting there looking impressed, going, I barely recognize her. What you need in Rakugo is to converse with your audience. Even if you're not exchanging words, there's so much information you can glean from them by gauging their attention level, expressions, and general attitude. By absorbing their feelings and responding in kind, you draw them into your story. That's only possible when you keep your mind on your audience. You learned well in your time at Umi. And now, I'm all set. As you see all the audience is just like intently focused on her. You have, hello, old fellow. I heard from someone nearby. It's like, this is where it really starts. That you serve free sake here. She just kind of has this calculating look on her face. You have, let's go. As the end of chapter 8. Oh, alright. That felt like a shorter chapter, even though it wasn't. But again, quick thoughts as we wrap this up. So I appreciate that we're seeing, I guess the fruits of Akane's training is kind of learning or going through her thought process, just like what she learned, like what she's trying to do and achieve as she tries to perfect her craft. But I like that the last couple of chapters have kind of been the emphasis on Rakugoka in relation to customer service. Because I think, again, people are pointing out, this is a craft, this is entertainment for an audience, and for you to be able to be a good entertainer, you have to be able to kind of understand and know your audience, so that you can deliver the experience that they're looking for. And you kind of have to be able to adapt quickly to new scenarios and kind of ingratiate yourselves into new audiences, if you want to be an effective storyteller. So really appreciate that. Again, I appreciate that we're getting, as with each chapter, we're kind of digging a little bit more into the Rakugoka craft, what it's behind it, all the different steps and what's the word I'm looking for? Yeah, I think it's steps, steps to the craft, all the little bits and stuff that you have to know as a professional. So really appreciate that the author's definitely trying to give you an appreciation for how much effort and work goes into it. Looking forward to the next couple of chapters. So I'll end that video there. So thank you all for joining me. As always, if you like my content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Like I said, expect a couple more videos to drop today. Till next time, this is Ash. Talk to you all later.